So today I have some Spooky Box Club boxes to open with you. I've literally just walked in from uni and I didn't even know I was getting my spooky boxes today. Since my bed was a mess and it just happened to be sunny outside, I figured I'd come and film out here. So basically we've got a double unboxing today. Just earlier I was kind of sat thinking, I wonder what happens to Spooky Box Club because we haven't had one for so long and we haven't had any emails. Usually we get emails about it. Usually I see things on Instagram, but I literally have seen nothing. Now I was like hoping it would come soon, and usually we get an email from DPD to say that they have received our box and it's on its way. However, I didn't get that. This morning I got a message from my Hermes to say that I had a delivery, and then I got one like an hour later to say that my delivery had been delivered. So I was like really confused. I hadn't ordered anything that I knew of that was coming through my Hermes. I had a few Halloween things coming from Ireland, so I thought maybe it was sent through my Hermes, but it seemed a little bit crazy since I only ordered the like stuff 2 days ago. When I got home, I opened it up and there was 2 Spooky Box Clubs. So no, I did not realise that these were coming today. However, I wanted to get them open ASAP, hence why I'm here now. And I just found a super spooky goth ladybird on me. What is it doing? The joys of being outside, eh? Right, let me just deposit him on a leaf. Where did he go? Okay, well, he seems to have found his own way. Hopefully he's not gone up my sleeve. So I'm not sure what order these go in, but I have a feeling, like a tiny smidgy feeling, that it may be the Darkness in Bloom. So actually that kind of works out rather nicely. I'm doing a outdoor box while I'm outdoors. This box seems relatively light. Let me feel the other one. They both feel very light this month, so hopefully there'll be like fabric items in there. We don't need another mug, that's for sure. God, she has bought a lot of mugs this Halloween season. So this is how the box appeared. I have to say, first impressions from my Hermes, they left it nice and safely in my porch, which was fantastic. And the boxes haven't come squashed or anything. So far it looks good. So here is the sticker. It's a dark blue sticker and it says Darkness in Bloom, and it has all these black, I think they're meant to be like thorns going around. So it's kind of like, I guess it does have that dark feel to it, but I'm wondering whether or not they're gonna have flowers in here or maybe some roses. I'd quite like to get some rose themed things. Fun fact, Rose is my middle name and one of my favorite flowers. So let's open this up. A really long time ago, they did do a gardening box. I can't even remember what it was called. We did get a few like garden-y items in there. I believe we got like some plant, like things to go in plant pots, like a little fabric purple spider thing for putting tools in. I think that may have actually been one of the first fabric items which they included in their boxes. So it'll be interesting to see if we get any kind of repeat items, anything similar. So let's open it up. And I'm going to assume that there is no wormies in this one. It seems like they very rarely do wormies now, so I'm just going to place it down next to me. Just take my tea out of the way first. For any of you who are wondering as well, I got this amazing travel cup from TK Maxx. I say I got it, Simply Gothic got it for me. However, I have seen it in my TK Maxx since asking her to pick it up, which is always the way. Let's see. Okay, it feels very empty, I have to say that. Sometimes the problem with these like double unboxings is they kind of give you 2 very empty boxes and you feel like you've got a good deal because you have 2 boxes. But let's like put it in perspective. This is nearly £60 worth of stuff that I'm gonna be opening over the course of these 2 videos. So we have the cheat sheet, which looks blue, and I can see all these like little star confettis, like little purple shimmery stars. I'll just put that face down under my tea so it doesn't blow away. I'll start with this. It feels like it may be seeds or maybe tea. Okay, it is Mystical Masala Chai Spiced Tea. So there is some tea. I definitely am getting more into tea drinking. I am a little bit boring when it comes to tea. I like my good old English breakfast tea. But I may give this a go. It's just in like a black package and there is like little spider webs. I definitely feel like Spooky Box Club have got some kind of deal with a company that sells tea. I feel like we're getting a lot of tea in the last kind of 6 months. But yeah, I feel like it would have worked really nice if they had actually given us some seeds, going back on what I originally thought. But I'm still excited to see how this tastes. So inside it has black tea, cinnamon pieces, aniseed, ginger, black peppercorns. roots, cardamom seeds, and cardamon's whole. So I think this is going to be a very interesting flavoured tea, so I'm excited to find out what that tastes like later. Guys, not till I'm outside I see how like dirty my camera lens is. Sorry about that. Okay, so next up we have what feels like a pin. I neglected to bring my pin jacket down, so I'll probably just put them on my jumper, but it is a little toadstool. Okay, I absolutely love toadstools and mushrooms. They're like my favorite thing. I obviously collect pumpkins, duh, but I also love to collect little toadstools. How cute are they? Like, let's go deep now. One of the reasons I love Halloween is I love everything like mystical. I love magical things, and like for me Halloween is like a really magical season. Everyone's dressing up as various different spooky like characters, and on that same kind of topic I really love fairies for that same reason, and toadstools just remind me of them. It's called a poisonous mushroom pin, and then we have a very classic looking toadstool. It's super detailed, which I love, and it's quite big actually as well. I'd say this is one of the bigger pins that we've received. However, it does only have one pin back. I do usually prefer having 2 pin backs just to give it a little bit extra like security, just because these pins are quite heavy, and also to stop it moving around. However, like it does seem like this pin is right at the top, so it should like stop it from like wanting to move. So I'm definitely very pleased with that. I think it'll go really nicely on my jacket, although I cannot show this to my sister because I'm sure she'll try and steal it from me. So I'll put it so that my little dancing skeleton is holding him. It went through very nicely. As always, Spooky Box Club pins are always very nice quality, and it has stayed on there like the right way up, sitting on there nicely. It looks cute. From the pin alone, I am very pleased with this box so far. So next up, I keep feeling this thing and like moving away from it because I feel like it's one of the main items, but I'm gonna take it out. It looks like it's got stars and moons on it, and it's in a little purple organza bag, and I think these may be socks. I am obsessed with like woolly, they're socks. I'm obsessed with like warm socks. I have been buying so many Halloween socks. I have been meaning to make like a Halloween socks video, just because I bought like a couple of pairs and I was like, I could make like a 5-minute video just about 2 pairs of socks, and I just keep finding Halloween socks everywhere. So I'm definitely in like a sock kind of mood. The weather is getting colder, although it is like a fantastically sunny day today. So definitely I am needing some thicker socks. These seem to be like a really nice quality. They seem super thick. I'm quite picky when it comes to socks. I do not like cheap socks, and these seem to be a really nice quality. They are just black, which is always handy. Another thing about Halloween socks is they tend to be very colourful, and when she's wearing a full black outfit, like bright purple socks doesn't always go so well. So I'm quite pleased that they are black. They seem to be like sewed, so I don't want to like, can I pull them? I don't want to like break it, so I'm going to wait till I got some scissors. These appear to just be like regular length socks. As you can see, they're like slightly textured. They've kind of got lines almost in the fabric. Then you've got the stars and the sun and the moon, and they just feel genuinely really nice. They feel good and thick. These are the kind of socks I will be wearing kind of in the autumnal and winter months, because they do feel nice and snuggly. And honestly, I'm very surprised by the quality. Usually with kind of wholesale sort of throw-in socks, they can be quite cheapy, or they can be like white inside or something weird like that, but honestly these seem to be a super good quality. So far so good. Next up, that's just the organza bag from the socks. It's really weird not having my bed to like place things on. Okay, so then we have the lolly, which is in a green and red colour, very Christmassy, but I guess we've got like the red of roses and the green of grass. So I have been finding recently that all these lollies kind of taste the same, so I'm wondering if this is just going to taste like a regular like candy rock sugar lolly. Typical that I said that, because this actually does have more of an appley taste. There's still that underlying flavour of just like sugar, but it does have an almost like appley fruity taste to it. Okay, so the box is feeling very empty. It feels like we've only got like 2 items left. So this item feels very heavy. By the feel of it, it's made of metal, and I'm thinking it may be a keyring, because I can feel something flat, something round. So there's the round side, so it is a keyring, and that is The keyring itself looks like there may be a skull in there. Okay, so this is cute. It's in like a black organza bag with then a plastic bag inside just to keep it safe. It's like the worst thing when you get something really nice like a pin or a keyring and it's come out scratched, so I'm really pleased that they've kind of gone that little extra bit of effort. This is what the keyring looks like. It's a very big size, it's super heavy, and it's like fully metal. Definitely think I'm going to be putting this on my car keys, and it is like a really interesting design. So it has almost like succulents around the outside. They kind of remind me of cactuses, and then we've got a skull with loads of like little leaves and things coming out of the holes. It's quite a simple design, and I think it's quite a good way to get like something spooky like a skull into this theme. So far the theme hasn't really been that flowery, I want to say. Like, it hasn't been like overly garden themed, so it's quite nice that they have this kind of leafy medley going on. On the back is plain silver, and it does say Spooky Box Club, which is kind of embossed. So yeah, I'm quite pleased that it seems like a very nice, like sturdy keyring. It's got like very like thick little loops, and it's on one of these really thick keyring circles, which I do really like. I usually put these on my car keys just because you know they're not gonna like bend or like snap off, so that's always really handy. I am pleased with that. I'm not sure if I would have bought it, but it does seem to be a really nice quality. As you can see, the silver bit is kind of reflective, I guess. It actually is more like mirrored, I'd say. I can see myself in it. So yeah, I'm pleased with that. Seems like a good quality, I have to say. Okay, so far we've had a pin, some socks, some tea, and a keyring. So I still feel like there needs to be more in here. Actually, hang on. I can feel a organza bag, but I think, okay, I thought this was just one that I'd already opened, but it feels like there's something in there, and it looks like it may be a little charm. We haven't had a charm for ages. I personally don't use my charm bracelet that I got from Spooky Box Club, but I do like put the charms on things, if that makes sense. I like every zip that I have in my life has a Spooky Box Club charm on, and it's a little toadstool. This is so cute. I definitely feel like if you're not someone who likes toadstools or mushrooms, this box may be a slight downer for you, since we have had 2 toadstool items, but since they are like one of my favorite things to collect, I'm so happy with that. It's a very cute little charm. I have unfortunately had these charms on my actual charm bracelet, and they just kind of perished when they got wet and things. So definitely I feel like these sort of charms are good for, like, I kind of put most of mine on bag zips, and also I have quite a few on my purse, like on the different zips on my purse, because they're quite handy when you're trying to like find the little zip. But yeah, this one is really cute. It almost looks like it has an enamel finish at the top, just because it has got like red with the silver, but it is like primarily silver, and it has a little lobster clasp at the top for attaching it. Actually, if you look on the inside here, they have actually put the lines of the toadstool, which is a really nice little feature. So I'm really pleased with that. It's very dainty, it's very cute. My only like worry about this is that it's probably not that spooky, it's more like magical. I'm personally really pleased with both of these little toadstool items. I definitely feel someone who's getting it more as a spooky box may not find it as cute, but me personally, I'm very happy with this cute little charm. I guess when thinking about it, the only thing that we've really got so far that is that spooky is the I can't find it, the little skull keyring, and I guess the socks as well did have like moons and stars on, so they could be spooky, but like for me this isn't really garden themed, so this is probably the only thing which I'd say is both spooky and garden themed. But there's still one more thing left in this box. I think I'm gonna have to take my cardigan off because I'm actually boiling hot. Okay, so I think this is definitely the last thing. It feels like it could be a fabric item. Let me just feel around the box. Oh no, I'm wrong. There seems to be feels like a print at the bottom. Yeah, there's definitely something else at the bottom. So I'm pleased with that. I feel like we're gonna have a good amount of items in here. So this is what's in here. Ooh, that looks like it could be a skeleton hand. Definitely a fabric item. It's quite big, and I can see some kind of like leaf here. So if we open it up, oh, I thought maybe it was gonna be like a cushion cover, but it's like feels like a chiffon kind of feel. Oh my god, it's massive. Oh, cute. So it's like, I think it's meant to be a scarf. Say it is a scarf, but it is this kind of like see-through like chiffon material, and it's got like the designs all over it. As you can see, it is like see-through, but it is very light. I guess it could be a wall hanging, potentially, because it does feel quite synthetic. I'd say it's probably going to be quite like a synthetic feeling scarf if you were to wear it as a scarf. But then also you can get scarves in this really like slidey, slippery material. So I guess you could use it for either, or perhaps what I did a lot when we got the blue scarf in the cat box is I used to use it like as a bed runner. So it has the same, no, I'm wrong, it doesn't have the same pattern. It basically has skeleton hands all over it holding plants. So I'll insert a clip of what it looks like when I hold it up, but I'll show you little sections. So we've got a hand here with like little thorny bits behind it, and it's just holding a green leaf. Again, I think it's going to be quite hard to show you since it's going to be see-through, but this one is holding a 4-leaf clover, and then there is one coming from the top and it's holding some little daisies. Then one from the bottom. This hand seems to have a lot of bones in it, and this was holding what kind of looks a little bit like lavender to me, so that's quite cute. And then we have one over here holding some blue flowers, which kind of looks like it's doing the OK symbol, and then a little one down here holding some leaves. So as I said, I will hold this up so you can see like the whole thing in motion, but it's quite nice that they have loads of different ones, all the different positions. I think it's really cute. Definitely feel like we've got both the spooky element and the in bloom element, so I'm very pleased with that. Of course, she forgot to film this clip, so I'm a bit later in the day, but this is how the scarf looks. I'm just going to pull it up slowly so you can see. As you can see, the skull hands, well, the skeleton hands even, are all in like slightly different positions. The other side of it is sort of a grey colour, so if I show you, this side's kind of grey and muted, whereas the actual other side is black. So it definitely has a specific way round. If you were wearing it as a scarf, you'd want to wear it like this. I don't really know if it's actually meant to be a scarf. We'll probably see when we look at the cheat sheet, because you can't really see any of the detail when it is worn as a scarf. So I am leaning towards the fact that it may be a wall hanging, or potentially you could put it on your altar or something. But yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. It seems like a nice quality. It is very big. It does have the Spooky Box Club label, so it is exclusively made for Spooky Box Club. So that is the fabric item. Fold it all up. Okay, so the last thing in here is this. Oh, cute. So I can see a little skeleton hand on it. Yeah, I definitely think this is a print. I'm a little bit picky with the prints that they send us, but this one I think I probably will put up somewhere in my room. It's not the kind of print that I would frame, but it's still a print that I think I can put somewhere. So there's a little spider web in the corner, then there's a hand coming out from the side holding what looks to be like a purple foxglove, and it says Poison Girl, and then it has a list down here. I think these are meant to be like various different like poisonous plant names. I can read Deadly Nightshade in the middle, but these, I'm not even going to try and pronounce them, but it does have some random writing down there. I'm not too sure about this print. It's not my favourite one, and it doesn't kind of strike me as the kind of print that you'd be like desperately wanting to put in a frame, but I guess if you were a gardener and you were spooky, it's probably something that you could maybe put up in your greenhouse or something. As always, although the prints aren't like my favourite items, I have to give them credit for the fact that they are like a nice quality, it's a nice thickness, so although it's not my favourite, the quality is still there. Okay, I'm actually baking out here. That was everything that was in the box. I'm just going to go through the cheat sheet and make sure that there is everything. So we've got the Flower for the Dead scarf. So it is meant to be a scarf. I'd say the proportionings are a little bit out for a scarf, and the fabric's a little bit too slidey for me, but I'm sure I can find something to do with that. I still think it's cute. Okay, so we've got the Toadstool bracelet charm, the Skull and Plants keyring, which I definitely feel is like a really, really good quality. We have the Poisonous mushroom pin, which is on my cardigan, the Cozy Moon and Stars socks, the Poison Girl art print, the tea sampler, and the handcrafted lollipop. So that is everything that came in the Darkness and Bloom box. Not my favourite box, but definitely not my least favourite. There's quite a few things in here which I do like, especially the Toadstool ones, and this keyring's definitely growing on me as well. I'm pleased that we got some fabric items. I feel like we have been missing out on fabric items recently, so I'm pleased we have fabric items. As I said, they're not my favourite thing in the world. For some reason, whenever we get a fabric item, I always feel like it makes the whole thing worthwhile. So that is everything which came in the Darkness and Bloom box. I don't know if there's anything specifically dark about this box, and I definitely feel like if it wasn't for the skeleton hand scarf, we would probably be missing out on the spooky element of it. But as I said, I think it's rather fortunate that I do actually really love toadstools, and it's something which I do collect, because it did mean that both of the toadstool items are something which I will get use in because it's the kind of thing I like. So that is the first Spooky Box Club. I can see that I've been filming for a little while, so what I think I'm going to do is break it into 2 videos as usual. So I'll be back very shortly to open the Coven box, which I'm hoping is going to be very witchy and spooky. So thank you very much for watching. If you do have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. If it's sunny where you are, I hope you enjoy the shade, and I'll see you next time. Bye!